Hey guys, me and my forehead are back in full force. Let's get very real about reality, okay? Let's get very real about why it's so hard to just be happy, Let's get real about some conversations that are missing in this spirituality thing, okay? And why there's such a disconnect sometimes between the guru that you hear speaking and the audience receiving it. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Let's get into this experience called life, being a human. So much to say about that. How much is it worth getting into? So much to say about that experience. Okay. And I think over time we've come up with ways to cope with it, right? And the spirituality place has just evolved in a very interesting way. Okay. I notice it myself. For example, let's start off right away. Let's go right into it. The other day, I posted a short, and my shorts have been, I don't know, I've been in the mood to make them super positive because when I think of TikTok, it's my own experience with TikTok and YouTube, okay? The shorts part, the part where you just flip through short stuff. I'm like, it can get negative really fast. So when I started doing the shorts, or I've also been posting some on TikTok, I wanted it to be short and very positive. I wanted it to be purely positive. And that's when I came across why things don't click sometimes. That's when it hit. I see. I see why it's hard to get the message across. Internally to yourself, I see why it's hard to convince yourself that there's nothing you need to do in this world. I see why it's hard to get the spiritual truths into the humanness. I see it now because I'm doing a short, and in this short, I say that fear is not real. And that is a spiritual truth. You spend enough time calming down and you arrive to it. You understand that it's something that has been constructed through the human experience. Because in spirit form, you and your highest, just who we are purely is already like the highest of the high. There's no need for fear. It's a frequency, it's a type of existence, it's a place of existing that is not who we are. There is no time for that. There is no need for it. What is there to fear? When you imagine that very utopian, peaceful state, when you're meditating, when you're just in a flow state, you also can reach it. When you're there is no fear. There's nothing going wrong. And you understand that all of these things that we created that don't feel good come from the disconnect. The disconnect from like the purest spiritual thing that you can be, and then the humanness. Like sometimes you can make them go hand in hand, which is the goal. And sometimes yeah. And when you go, it just takes going a little bit here. And it starts to get very scary. It starts to get scary. It starts to get very hard. It starts to get very dense. And this was what the short was about. The short was pure positive message. It was just me saying, fear is a construct. You can calm down from it. Yes, it's part of what we made as humans, but it's not our truth. And the more you calm down, the more you feel the truth and you feel the fear going away. And this is what I was saying in the short. And then I get a comment that said, and if a truck was coming at you fast, which, valid. But then I'm reflecting and I realize, this is what's happening. This is what's happening when We put out a message that is positive and that is the truth, because I can sit here and I can tell you that everything you want has been figured out, okay? That everything has been created already and that you are where you need to be. And you can either have the easiest time in the world accepting that, or you just can't see it. You just can't feel it. And it has clicked recently. Why? It's the scared animal. I'll get right into it. It's the scared animal in us. It's just the human section freaking out. Okay? That is really the only obstacle. Okay? That really is the only obstacle, because these truths that we come to when we do the spiritual path, they are essential. They are life or death. For me, oh, for sure. They are absolutely essential. It's essential to remember the truth, right? The problem is we can sometimes be so far away from that truth that it's not gonna reach. It's not going to hit. And in that moment, we've all been there, when you're having a moment and it feels so scary and it feels so real, when you get this spiritual person, or when you get this type of advice thrown at you and you're suffering, you're in it, and you get this person saying, everything that's happening is benefiting you. You're like, sorry, that cannot be. You are in charge of your reality. And you're like, sorry. Then why did these people just do this to me? Sorry. If I was in charge of my reality, you think I would have chosen to be in this place? You think I would have chosen the shit that has happened to me? That, like, this is what happens when it's very disconnected, when you're just in the scared human moment, and there's something coming from this very positive, pure, this place that has always been the truth. And this, you see how far apart they are. You're scared, you're freaking out, and people say, stop being a victim. It makes you want to flip out. I have done it. It makes you want to flip out. What do you mean everything that's happening was for my benefit? You must then immediately, this is the stuff that happens when you're scared human right here. This is the stuff that just starts being written, is you must have not had the same life as me. Who do you think you are? It's because you look like that. It's because you have those set of benefits to you. That's why you can sit there in your throne telling me you must have not lived through what I lived through, because you think I chose this. I chose this. Yeah, I chose to give myself a miserable time. Yeah, I chose this. And you're telling me I chose these set of parents? These ones. With a gun to my head, I wouldn't have chosen. See, this is a type of speech that comes when you're a scared human. Scared human, you flip out. Why? You feel scared, okay? You feel defenseless. You feel like you need to put the armor in and just go to town. No matter what people are going to tell you, it's not going to reach. It's not going to reach. Even things that you know, even if it's you telling yourself, like, it's gonna be okay, but there's still the other side of you. It's like, yeah, sure. We said that last time and we ended up here again. Like, because it's an energetic work, okay? Because it's not the things that are told to you. It's nothing except your energetic state. And there's a grief that we don't talk about when we realize that. There's a grief in realizing that, like, it cannot be true in those moments. Like, you're a scared human, okay? And you're like, it cannot be true that all I have to do to feel better is ignore this problem. It cannot be true. It cannot be true. I can't, you're here and you go, I can't positive think my way out of this. And it's funny because that's somewhat true. Like, that is somewhat true. But this, see, human me right here, kind of sick, okay? But spirit me knows I'm gonna be fine. But this is the conversation that's constantly going on. It's, we know these things as absolute truth. We can reach them as spiritual truths, and then we get them down to human. And it takes work to close this gap. It takes work. It takes serious work. And this is something that I have just now realized that at least I have never heard about this space, about this closing of the gap, about these moments where you doubt the things you know. Because you get into these things like manifestation, you get into spirituality, you just want to feel better. You just want to have the things that you have been dreaming of forever. And then in the path to it, you face like your darkest, deepest truths for some reason. The path to it leads you to roads you never thought you would have to walk. And it's an intense journey, okay? And I just wanted to be the person sitting here and telling you it's intense, it is scary, it is lonely, and it's also going to be okay. It's unbelievable how freaked out we are as people, as a group of people. Unbelievable how much we have managed to freak out. Because when you commit yourself to calming down, it's unbelievable how much you think you're calm, and then you can calm down even more, and you didn't even know we have lived very far away from being relaxed. And in that freak out, nervous, disconnected state, we have created very dominant negative experiences. We have, and they're here, and they are real, and they get you down. Like, I really felt called to say that they are real. They feel very real. There are parts of our story that we go through that are absolutely desperating, okay? And maybe not everyone goes through them. God bless. Hey, hey, I wish I didn't go through mine. If this doesn't apply to you, say thank you and move on. Because there are those of us that have been through it. And in the going through it, to hear that the going through it is not real, it angers you more. In the going through it, to hear that positivity will be your way out of it is kind of a slap in the face. In the going through it, when you're desperate, when you're lonely, when you feel scared, to hear that the only thing you need to do is be happy, I would have rather you thrown a slur at me, honestly. Don't say that to me. Do you not see me trying? Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that was it. Do you not? I'm trying and failing, don't you see? Here I go coughing again. And you're gonna get all the coughs included because I'm not editing out anything. But yeah, you see the distance. The distance. Scared human, spirit. There's a big gap to close, okay? Societally, communitily, that's not a word. There's a big, big gap to close. And the truth sometimes hurts to hear, okay? And I just wanted to say, if you're there, first of all, do not be afraid to be there, okay? If you're there, at least listen to this one thing, okay? Spirit version of you is unbreakable, okay? Unshakable, will not die. And I need at least this one truth to stick, okay? You don't die, okay? You are part of everything that exists. You are bigger than this human story. The human story is this little thing at the bottom. You go over it. You overpower it. You are stronger than it. You are bigger than it. You have no beginning or end. Your human story has beginning, middles, and ends, and journeys. You don't. You are something that overrides all of that, that is continuous, that doesn't have a beginning or end. It will always be. And you are something that will always be love, because you cannot be anything else. That is your truth. You are simply sometimes experiencing a human story in which we go away from the truth temporarily, but we always come back to it because that is who you are. It's embedded in your frequency. You are relentless at being positive because you are nothing else, okay? And you are unbreakable. Nothing can get to you. I promise you. I promise you. And you hold on to that truth. Hold on to at least that one. And know that nothing can break your spirit. It can, whatever happens in the human story, it hurts the human. It does. It does get to you. It does have moments where it feels like it's breaking who you are. Yes, it has its moments. The human story, yeah. You are over it. You are above it. You are something that is bigger than all of these human stories together. You are a part of something that is in everything. You are a part of source. You are pure love, and that is what is around you and ready to welcome you at all times. So know that one. Know that you are never alone. Know that loneliness is also a thing that's created here as humans. In spirit, you are always with everything else. You are always together with everything that has ever existed and will ever exist. You are never on your own and never suffering alone, okay? Know that. Know that the pain and the suffering that happens here is temporary. Temporary. It is an experience and it will end, okay? It's momentary, okay? Know that no matter what gets you here, it cannot get you here. It cannot kill you, okay? So just know that. Know that it is just a human story and it will pass because it has to. None of us live forever in this human thing, okay? As spirit, absolutely. Here in this human thing, you have an expiration date on you, okay? You have an expiration date. It's gonna be over any way it plays out, okay? It is temporary and it will pass, okay? So hold on to that one truth. Hold on to that one and keep calming down. Because what closes the gap between the scared human and the spirit is the calming down. We just don't do it enough. We're not trained to do it enough. That's why it's so hard to do it. That's why it feels so against everything else going on, because the level of calming down that you need to do, I promise you, is 100 times more than what you're expecting. It's a continuous, relentless calming down. And I mean it. I mean it as your job in this place is to calm yourself down. There is like, that's what you're picking up your tool to do that, to calm down day in and day out. And that's it, really. That's it. What will get you closer to the truths of this place is continuously calming down. And you're gonna have to hold the human. You're gonna have to literally like grab your human story, grab the human, you grab it like this, and you're gonna have to sit with that one and breathe it out. Breathe through it with your scared human, with your scared animal. You're gonna have to imagine, literally, you have a dog that was scared by something. That's how you have to take care of yourself. It looks like that. It looks like a defenseless baby that needs constant care and attention. That's what it looks like. Your scared human is the same. You have to hold it without judgment, without like, oh, why can't you figure it out? What a quiet, complete quiet and calm, in and out every single day. You don't drop that. It's a continuous hold your scared human and constantly calm it down, like constantly through it all. Through all the triggers and the scary stories and the memories that come back up for the human and the things that just give it more insecurities and the things that hurt, the things that you wish you could do but you can't, the things that you wish you could change but you can't, the things that you can't really talk to anyone else about. Every single one of those things that doesn't feel nice, you're gonna have to grab your scared human and just rock it back and forth and calm it down every single time, like your life depends on it, because it does. Because on the other side of this is an amazing, like, I mean it, an amazing peaceful life waiting for you. And this job will never end though, because this is the world that we've built, okay? Full of stuff that's just ready to come at you and like, scare you out of it. So it's a continuous, but it gets better. That's what it is. It's a continuous calming down of the scared human, but you will notice the more you do it, the better things feel. Okay? It's a continuous like rocking yourself. Oof, oof, oof. I promise you, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Don't drop it. And this is your job for the rest of your life, but it gets easier. It gets easier. What the calming down does is it closes that gap. It brings you back to truth and connection. From there, you can actually hear guidance. From there, you can actually take better steps. You can make better decisions. You actually feel more aligned with what you're supposed to be doing. From there, it gets easier to sort through things. When you're just a scared animal freaking out, calm it down, because in that state, that's not where you can find the guidance. It won't reach you. You first need to, because you're here, you're disconnected. You need to close the gap back to spirit so you can actually start acting as one again, okay? But when you're here, it's just closing the gap, is calming down. That's what it does. time and time again. I mean it. It's a consistent, like, you have to be relentless about it. Like, relentless every single time you catch yourself dripping, dropping so close, dropping your energy again every time you catch it. Hold yourself back again. Like, just go. Hold it. And I mean hold yourself back. That was actually an accent, but I mean it. I mean hold yourself back from making it worse. I mean it. I mean it. I mean it, okay? It means calm down, and it means stop making the animal more scared. Like, if you have a scared dog around you, if you have like look at nature for a little bit and observe like a dog just freaking out. In that state, you don't want to freak it out more. Okay? I'm like, trust me, in that state of being a scared human, you want to get to calm as quickly as you can. And that means that you really don't want to keep scaring your human more. What that means practically is you stop interacting with the outside world. And I mean this. I mean what I'm saying. Stop as soon as you can. Stop interacting, speaking about it, thinking about it, acting as the scared human. As soon as you catch, scared human, grab it, grab that, and quiet. Like, stop it. Stop acting from it and creating more of it. Make it internal. Turn the focus internal. Stop the external focus of venting about it, complaining about it, talking about it. Stop it. Because you just realized, I'm doing it out of a scared human mindset. I don't want to act like that's not what we want to do. Get the focus from the external back in. Hold yourself through it, and like now calm it down. Calm down your scared human again and again and again and again and again and again. That is really the work that it takes. That is truly what it takes. And it starts to become easier and more obvious. You connect back to yourself more, so you start to understand why it works. That's why it's important that we speak about how reality works. It's so that people know that these things, it does work like this. Yes, ignoring the problem actually is what's fixing it. But at the same time, like, you need both information. You need how this place works energetically, and you also need to translate that to humanness, okay? There's spirit language, which we can all reach, which is things that are the absolute truth, okay? That your energy is what's guiding your experience. We know that you're creating your reality. It's stuff like that, spirit truth. But you have to translate it to human truth, okay? And that translation, that's why it is why we search for the information in spirit in the first place. That guidance and that knowledge is extremely useful. That is our pillar. That is what we look at to guide the human, okay? But from there, like, there's spirit language, and then there's human language. And sometimes it disconnects. Sometimes it feels like the more you're in the scared human, the further that gap is going. The bigger the gap is going to look like. You know what I mean, grammar. You know what I mean. But this is why the knowledge as the spiritual knowledge is it's fundamental. It's important, okay? Saying how this reality works is important, but you as the human, you have to guide yourself through that. Which means be honest with yourself. If that type of language is pissing you off in the moment, you don't have to listen to it right now. Okay, you're gonna end up going back there anyway, because that's the truth. But you don't need it right now. If you're having resistance to it, that's when you catch, okay, scared human, calm down. Don't try to get these topics, these spiritual truths down your throat if it's not sticking. It will go back there naturally. You will find it naturally. If these words and these teachings are not, it's not working for you, calm down. That's the only thing that it means. It does not mean that they're not true. It does not mean that you have to doubt them. It means that you have to calm down more. It is the only interpretation to take away from it. If these spiritual talk words are not hitting, read that as a sign. Okay, I'm in my scared human moment. That is the only explanation, okay? And just from there, just calm down. Don't stress out about figuring out why it's happening, how it's happening, for what, for da. Calm down. Calm down. The more you calm down, you'll be a match to that information, okay? And it will keep reaching you. Calm down. When it's not making sense, calm down. If you're confused, calm down. If you don't know what to do next, calm down. If you're unsure, calm down. If you're doubting, calm down. Because that's not what the truth feels like. It doesn't feel scary, messy, confusing. It feels like a very calming, absolute thing. It feels comforting. If it doesn't feel comforting for you right now, calm down. Promise you. That's all it takes is calm down. And that's why hearing certain things, hearing certain content doesn't always make sense, because we're not always in the same energetic state. So we jump around. So not everything is going to connect always, and that's okay. Remember that the only thing you have to do, and this is the truth, no matter which stage you're at, like your job as human is the same no matter where you think you are. Calming down. I promise you. Calming down is your only job. So it actually does not matter where you are. Calm down. Calm down. Connect back to yourself. That's what it means. Get back in alignment. That's another way to say it. Get back in alignment. Only job, no matter where you at. Where you at. I actually didn't mean to say where you are at. I didn't mean to eat that word. But yeah, no matter where you are at, your job will be aligning always. And that's it. Keep calming down. Same thing. It means the same thing. Keep calming down. I promise you. I promise you you're okay. You just have to show yourself that by calming down. Promise you. Okay, bye-bye, guys. Already did what I had to do here. Just spread the message. Now you go calm down. Bye-bye.